I've yet to take a creative writing class in college or anywhere else. I certainly have never taken a screenwriting class. I'm like an autodidact. I think that's what they call it. Or maybe an idiot savant. Maybe that's the but I said, I think I'm going to try it. I was between books. I had stuff in the pipeline. There was no rush to write a new book. So I thought, I'll take a little time. I'll try to turn this thing into a screenplay, see how it works. And if nobody buys it, fine. I will do it with the idea that I'm going to learn from it, not that I'm going to make a fortune on it, which is a good approach for me. Okay, so how did I do this? Well, I went to the library and got a bunch of books. And read how to write a screenplay. That's the way it is, right? You go get a bunch of reading and you get it online and you just absorb all this stuff and go, oh, yeah, I see that. I can do that. Where did I skip ahead? Aren't you about lucky? The best of the books, I should brought these books with me. I held up, but I didn't pick up. The best of these books was a book called Story by Robert McKee, which is this hugely fat book like this. And there's a section of about 150 pages in the middle you definitely should not read, and you'll know it when you get to it. You just flip right over that part. But because it's just boring, and it's too academic, and it goes on forever. But the stuff on either side is really good. And then there's all these little short kind of paperback type screenwriting books written by a named Sid Field that are also really helpful. And then there's script writing software of all kinds out there, both that you can buy and also that you can get for free on the internet. And that's what I did. I went on the internet and I went to a place called script.com, SCRIPPED, script.com, and they just have software you can just have. And they store it and all that other stuff. Anyway, so I wrote a screenplay based on all of this stuff that I learned and based on the story that was already written in book form anyway. Screenplays are way different than what I'm used to writing. I mean, I've written a lot of fiction, I've written a lot of nonfiction journalism, but I've never tried to write. I've even written for the stage a little bit, but I've never written directly for film like that. Everything that's of mine that's been optioned or made to movies or whatever, somebody else did the screenplay. I just wrote based on the novel by that's me. And screenwriting is a visual medium. It's a story told in pictures. We always say it's show, don't tell. There's the ultimate example. On the screen, that's all you do. Show, don't tell. Show it. It's got to be very tight. It's got to be all written scenes. The writing, the written part of the screenplay has got to have action verbs, and it's got to move fast. Because you only have, let's say, 120 pages in which to tell all of your whole long thriller or romantic novel or whatever it is that you're trying to turn into a screenplay. So the point of all this is, we're about to get to it, is that reading these books and trying this reminded me of things that I know about writing, but I don't think about much anymore. It made me look at it anew. And there was new stuff there, for me, new to me anyway, about how to structure stories and how to build suspense and how to write, especially how to write in scenes that I think apply directly to any kind of fiction that you want to write. And so that's what we're going to do now. I want you to, if you're going to take notes, and I advise that you do for the next part, because now we get to the where I stop just blathering and actually start imparting some information. Because I'm going to use this thing here. The main thing they love in Hollywood is a story arc, 3-act structure story arc that easily understands to be summed up in one sentence. They love that. That's what they love. The pitch sentence, we've all heard about the elevator pitch, all that stuff. So you've got to have your whole story arc sort of in your head actually before you try to build this thing. And that's a good position to be in no matter what kind of story that you're writing, what form it is. Which is why I always outline when I write novels. I know a lot of writers don't, but I do, because I want to know where I'm going to end up. I need a map. Hollywood likes that sort of thing. That's why they like treats. They don't really want to read anything. Reading is so hard. what they want is a treatment. They want it in a page. You know, they want it in a paragraph. They want it, especially if they get it in a sentence, they're very happy. And then later, you know, the screenwriters and the people who are actually involved in making the thing will figure it out. But here's the three-act structure, the sort of preferred structure for Hollywood that is recommended in a cross-section of these screenwriting books. So here we go to writing. It's 3 acts plus, because you start with a hook. Okay, that's the first part, and it's very brief, and it's the way to think of it is the action in the James Bond movie before the credits. Okay, you sit, the lights go down in a James Bond movie, many of you're into some kind of action. He's going to chase. It doesn't even matter what it's about. It has nothing to do with the rest of the story. It doesn't matter. It's just go, 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 James. And then you get through like 10 minutes of that, and then everything stops, and they show us those weird credits. That's the hook. And all stories can benefit market-wise from some kind of a hook. If you're writing, this is why so many mysteries, I feel, start with a dead body. You got to get that, right on page 1, right in the first chapter. They always encourage you to find some way, find some action, find some compelling moment to start your story with, so that people are hooked. And then you have what is the equivalent of Act 1, which we're going to call setup situation. And I can see already that I'm writing too long to put these across this board. But this is Act 1. Then Act 2, we'll call complications. You can call it confrontations. You can call it obstacles. But this is the stuff that happens in Act 2, are complications of various sorts. And then Act 3 is the resolution. Nothing new here. I mean, Aristotle was talking about this hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Is everybody clear what this is? Here's what it is. Here's the way this works. Boy meets girl. Right here. Boy meets girl. Boy loses girl in the first act. Boy tries everything to get the girl back. Many complications, many obstacles. The boy's beating him up. Things are happening. Everything goes wrong. And yet, at the end, he gets the girl. Or he doesn't. Or however you want to end it. But this is the setup for every kind of story you can think of. If you can break it down this way, the robber characters, the heist crew, in action, doing something cool right away. This is the quest formula. I mean, I talk about it, go back to Aristotle. It goes back farther than that. It goes back to the primitive campfire. You think about hunter-gathering tribes, and uniformly, they have storytelling at the campfire when they come back with the dead deer. They come, and it's always set up this way. What? We needed meat. So I, the hero of the story, went out hunting for me. And there were many complications and obstacles, and mountains to climb and rivers to ford, and there were no animals, and I missed the first deer, and we don't want to talk about that. And saw that movie, but me.